In this video, we're going to review accessing superclass methods because we can use the super function here for the methods as well as the constructor. So we're going to begin with a class, and this class is going to be called the customer class. Let's hope I do not have a customer class currently, and that looks fine. Now within this customer class, I'm just going to copy and paste some code from the book that we've been using in the VitalSource. So here we have a private int ID number, so that's going to be the ID number for the customer, the balance owed, and we have a constructor here. The constructor takes two arguments, that is the customer's ID and the balance, and we just give those values to the instance variables above. And we have a display mechanism here that allows you to print the customer string with customer number, balance string with balance owed. So we're just going to slot that code in there like so. If I can just copy and paste it. I'm hoping I can copy and paste it because I don't really want to type this all out. Let's just edit and copy here, and let's come back here, edit and paste. Okay, so we've got all of that information. Let's just tidy that up a bit. Private ID number, here's our constructor, and here's our display method. Looks good so far. I don't think we'll use the main method here, so we'll just get rid of that also. So we have our customer constructor here. We have our display mechanism here. And we have our missing a curly brace, and I think that's fine. Then we're going to add a new class, and this class is going to be called preferred customer. Now the preferred customer receives a discount rate, and I'm guessing that means because they've probably spent a lot of money with the company. So let's see if we can copy that information from here. And we'll just copy and paste that again, and we'll clean that up like so. So as you can see, we've got one instance variable here, we've got our constructor here, and we've got a method, display method, that has been overridden from the previous one. So I'll just explain all of this code to you shortly. Okay, so you can see we've got various errors here. The reason why we have these errors is because we've not extended from the customer class. So I'm just going to do extends customer, capital C, I believe. Okay, so how does that look? So public class preferred customer extends customer, their discount rate that will be applied to them, the same values given to the parent class, ID and balance, and then the rate that's going to be given. We've got an override feature here. So we're going to call the display method in the previous class, which is the customer class. Okay, so we put super display here, but we also want to add the discount rate on. Now if I just insert a final class, and this final class is going to be my driver class, So we will call that, let's just check what they called it in the file. They've called it test customers, so we'll have a test customers also. And let's just copy this data here. Test, so we're going to call that test customers. Now, in the test customers class, equally, I'm just going to copy and paste that information here. And again, let's clean it up, and then we can explain everything in completion. One thing we are missing here is our main method. So I'm just going to type PSVM tab, and I have my main method. Let me remove that curly brace and put it in the correct place. Okay, it looks like we're good to go. So we're going to work a bit backwards here because I'm actually going to run the code firstly. It says we have no main method, so I'm just going to right click on this and I'm going to say, can you please refactor, which basically just lets the system know that this is our main method in the test customers file because we're replacing everything back where it should be. So we say customer, one customer equals new customer, and we give it the parameters. So 124 and 123.45. Now, if we're not sure what those values equate to, we know that the first one is their ID, the second one is their balance. So if we just go back here, so the ID is 124 and the balance is 123.45. The preferred customer, they are customer number 125, and their balance is 3,456. So clearly, this customer spends a lot of money. That's why they are the preferred customer, and they're going to get a 15% discount. So if we run the code and let's display it, and yeah, you can see we have our main method now. Let's see what our output is. So we have several outputs here. Customer hashtag 124's balance is $123.45. Customer hashtag 125, so that's number 125. The balance is $3,456 $78, and their discount rate is 15%. Now, as you can see, let's just run that again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'm guessing here that we've not even applied the balance. So an additional display item could be to work out that. So let's have a go at that, why not? So let's just review everything that we've seen here. So what we were reviewing here was how we access superclass methods. So firstly, let's identify the superclass. So our superclass is our customer class, which we are currently in. As you can see on line number 14, we receive our ID number for the customer. So that's maybe a transaction number or a specific number relative to the customer. Then the balance owed, so how much they have spent in our shop. Then we have our constructor here, line 17 to 19, which takes two parameters, the ID for the customer and the balance, okay? And then we give each of those to our instance variable. If you remember, we can also put the this there if we choose to, but it's fine because the ID name is different to ID number, so that's fine. We don't need to necessarily do that. Then we have our display option. I'll just make it so we can see it better. Public void display, and our display gives us a string with the ID number and a string with the balance owed. Now if we go to our preferred customer, because they're spending a lot of money with us, you can see that we have a discount rate here. And it says public preferred customer, and it takes 3 variables, whereas our customer only took 2 variables. Okay, and one of those variables is the rate that we're going to give them as a discount. Okay, I'm guessing that that rate is probably down to the person serving them at that given time, because it's not given, we've not given any form of table or calculation to get that rate. Then we have our override here, and this is where we are accessing the superclass method. Now, what you should know is that we can put super in any position when it's relative to the method. When it's the constructor, it has to be in a specific place, but we can put it above or below. It doesn't really matter in our display method because it's a method and not a constructor. One thing I would like to, I'm just going to put it above because we want it to feature above. We would like to possibly calculate this rate. So we're going to say your new total, and let's put this on a new line. Your new total is, and let's add a calculation in here to get that new total. So what are we looking at? We're looking at the balance, okay, which we have above here. This dot balance, and we are going to multiply, and we'll put this in the brackets as necessary in a moment. This dot balance divided by 100. Okay, let's put you in a bracket. And we can, this dot balance multiplied by 100, and then we're going to times it by 15. Okay. Maybe I could have done this more simple way. I apologize if I've done it a long way. This dot balance multiplied by 100 times 15, and then we're going to add it to plus balance. Okay, now the issue that we're having here is we're trying to access the balance, and the balance is coming from the superclass. So what I possibly should do is grab this information here and put it into my statement. I should put it into my constructor, and then I can say that it's equal to a possible value. So I'm going to insert a new value, private new rate, new balance, and new balance is going to be a double, and I'm going to say that this equation is equal to new balance. Okay, so what are we saying here? This dot val, okay, balance, okay, and that works, and I'm just gonna plug that in, new balance. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to get all of these things working, but as you can see, we did it. So discount rate equals new discount rate. Your new total is, let's put a space there. We're having a difficulty collecting that item. Let's just see if there's a reason. Oh, enter. We're missing a bracket. Okay. Yeah, silly me. Let's just add our bracket, and there you go. So again, like I said, you could probably have come up with a better equation for the percentage, but it is what it is. That's fine. So we're saying balance, whatever the balance is, divided by 100, times that by 15, and then add original balance. Okay, and we just plug that new balance in here. So now if I go back to my test customer, and I'm just gonna, I don't need to even change anything again because we're using the display method. If I just press play here, it says customer 124 balances 123.45. Customer hashtag your new total is, okay, anyone spot the error that I did? Yes, I can see it. Okay, so let's go back to our preferred customer, and we want to minus that balance. Okay, so whatever we get here, we want to minus it from the balance. Alright, and let's just run that again. Okay, so there is with my balance. Okay, I can sort out the minus, no issue. I could tidy that up a bit, but you get the idea. So that's how we demonstrated using a method and using super. Okay, so that's super. I'm going to stop there.